Steve Morris. This is an engine that combination actually that we've been working on for Rashid Al Mansouri, and this is a 427 cubic inch LSX. Really nice piece. Has an LSX block, the LS7 cylinder head on it. This is a hydraulic roller. If you go back and look, this is actually out of the black Silverado that we did that made 1200 horsepower with the tire. What Rashid wanted to do was he wanted to upgrade, make some more power. So what we did is we put on our 75mm turbs. These are based off Borg-Warner Bullseye Power and has our wheels in them. You can see in there, our name is in there somewhere. Well, it's in there. Anyways, what's the exhaust doing on this? 83s. Yeah, this has an 83mm turbine wheel and 75mm compressor wheel. So we did the conversion, swapped turbos out on the truck, and right away it was a little bit better, and then all of a sudden it started going away, going away, going away, going away. And we were hunting for everything. We couldn't really figure anything out. So my recommendation to Rashid was, hey, we're not going to send this out bad to you and just tell you too bad. So what we did was I said, look, we're going to take this thing out of the truck. We're going to put it on the engine dyno, and we're going to verify that the engine is okay. So as we did that, we did verify that the engine was okay. We're going to show you some dyno graphs and some comparisons. Now, we did not have this on the engine dyno with the previous turbo, so there's no real comparison there. But we do have a little bit of tune work, some comparison between the engine dyno and the chassis dyno we'll talk about, and also we did a camshaft change on this. This camshaft was done by another camshaft guy, and we put our own stick in there, and we'll show you all the differences in that. You can see that this is air-to-air, intercooled. This is a daily driver. Like I said, it has one of our hydraulic. It had a hydraulic roller in it. We did one of our design hydraulic rollers, and you can see the comparison between camshaft to camshaft. 427 cubic inch. If I didn't mention that before, Holley EFI. This still is using the stock OE coils, which we were questioning, but they seem to be holding out just fine. And everything is right directly out of the truck, so that's why it's a little bit dirty, a little bit clustery compared to our normal engine dyno stuff. But what we'll do is we're going to go out, and we've been making real good progress on this, and we're actually going to go out and lean on this just a little bit. But like I said, this is now running in the race gas form. We run on C16 in the, but it does make about 14-ish hundred on pump gas in a legit 93 octane pump gas tune. But this is on race gas, and we've turned the boost up and been working on the tune up on this. And what we'll do is we'll go out and make a hit and take a look at the numbers. Alright, and what we just made, keep in mind, hydraulic roller, LSX. I'll show you the peak numbers. 1904 horsepower, 6,500 RPM, and 1788 in torque. A real nice flat broad torque curve there. You can see through the RPM. Let's go over here and look at some numbers here. 4800 was 1773, 1624, 5500. Well, there's our peak torques, 5000, 1788, 1697, and then just kind of naturally lays over just a little bit through there. This actually, I think, could use a little more camshaft than what I got in it right now. I actually learned a little bit here, so we put a different change in this thing, and that air-to-air intercooler down there is a little bit of a restriction too. So given a larger air-to-air intercooler, I know we could make 2,000 horsepower with this thing. Hydraulic roller LSX, our camshaft, and well, basically our whole design, our whole package. So anyways, let's take a look here. Good broad torque and horsepower numbers. And just, you can see right here, 6,800, 1894, 1898, 01, 04, 1900. It starts laying over right through here, just basically because it's still a hydraulic roller, so it's still pretty short on camshaft. Anyways, I could do a little more different design on a lobe on that, especially on the intake lobe, and take care of that and make some more horsepower. Everything looks real good through there. Now this was at 30 pounds of boost. We'll take a look at the Holly here. Let me lower this down a little bit. Let me bring up that data log. Let Alex run the camera there. Take 1 second to download it here. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to show you a bunch of some interesting engine dyno stuff compared to the chassis dyno. Since we had a whole bunch of chassis dyno information on this, of only chassis dyno tuning and no engine dyno tuning until now. Just tickled the rev limiter up there at 6,900 RPM. That's what that little shutdown burble was. You can see right here, 6,900 RPM. Might not be able to. Anyways, we are right at, you can take a look down there, right at 30.1 pounds of boost. We are using 960 pounds per hour of fuel, so you can run the math on that. Mat is at 172, so mat's, you know, pretty high because of the intercooler being a little bit small. Tune-up's looking real good. It's, you know, correcting 1-2%, negative 1-2%, so plenty happy with that. It's a -5 right there, but not a big issue. Overlaid. That's it, overlaid up on our graph. We only have a 3-bar map sensor in it, so that's really as much as we want to run on this combo, much as we could run on this combo. When Hollies go off, are not, you only have a 3-bar map sensor. They go off the map, they shut down. So they do an ignition or fuel cut, one or the other. Anyways, that looks real good. So super happy there. Let's go back over to the dyno graph. Let me get the camera to be focused up for you. And now we can do some direct comparison. Now this is after we decided we were going to lean on it some. Let me get the camera set. Let me hunt up some of the other dyno graphs here. There we go. Old torque right here with at 30 pounds of boost, so exact same tune-up. Everything's the same outside of it that use more fuel clearly, but same boost level. This has picked up in torque and in horsepower all the way across the board. So you can see the curve. The light blue line is old torque. Red line is horsepower at 30 pounds of boost with the other camshaft, and this is our camshaft. The green line is horsepower, blue line is torque. So that's up in torque everywhere. Let me get you the direct numbers on it. The report. We are up 100 and there's 177 horsepower difference in between the old camshaft and our camshaft peak. You can see it where it rolled over right here, and 152 right up there, 152 foot-pounds of torque difference in between the two camshafts. Now we did run this also at lower boost levels. I ran it at a 20 psi level. So let's go back and find those pulls. Now it always overlays the last dyno pull that we just did, so that's why that's way up there. But if you look down here, even down at these, this was at 20 pounds of boost. Red line is with new camshaft. We actually pulled back short on it. It was still here. You can see the definite difference at 6,200 RPM right through here, where the yellow line was the old camshaft. I mean, still making good horsepower, but quite a bit better. You see, torque is up all the way through, and horsepower isn't done laying over yet. So it probably would have made in the neighborhood of, let's see where we were here. 20 pounds of boost. We were at, here, let me go out of the screen. Peak horsepower on the 20 pounds was previously, with the old camshaft, was 1426 at 20 pounds. You see right there. And the new, even though it wasn't done rolling over, was 1579. So that was a pretty significant pickup of about 156 horsepower. So pretty broad, pretty flat all the way across. Actually, that's fairly consistent of a pickup across the board. Anyways, one of the other things I wanted to show you real quickly was one of the older graphs where we took it right directly off of the dyno, and this is at I believe was at a 20 pounds of boost before we did any engine dyno tuning. You can also see here the on the chassis dyno graph, this was a horsepower was a perfectly nice smooth linear line, no humps, no hump in the torque line. There was no fall right here. It was just a perfectly smooth line, very linear. Hold on one second. Anyways, it was perfectly linear line, and you see here right off the chassis dyno that you did not see in chassis dyno information. We had a hump right through here, and had a hump right through there, that the engine dyno picked up and the chassis dyno did not. Let me get you another test here after we did some engine tune work at that. With a little bit of tune work, the red line now is the new. We eliminated some of that hump right through there and made it much smoother. We lost just a little bit right here, but gained through that and just kind of smoothed out and gained peak horsepower. So the red line is after we did some engine tuning on it. Very minimal difference in tune, but overall average horsepower up from doing it on the engine dyno versus the chassis dyno, because we just could not see any of this information. We didn't see this little hump through that 500 RPM area. Didn't see this little hump through that 500 RPM area. So, like I said, the red line is after engine dyno tuning, and the yellow line was the chassis dyno tune. So, just interesting information that you can't see or don't see on chassis dyno. I think the torque converter or something else absorbed some of that, and just doesn't transmit it to the or you don't see exactly what the engine is doing like you do on an engine dyno. But anyways, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.